Hey guys, Sean Terry here, Flip2Freedom.com. I have a huge announcement I would like to share with you right now. We are opening ticket sales for Extreme Freedom 2019 on Thursday. You don't want to miss it. ExtremeFreedomLive.com, ExtremeFreedomLive.com, Extreme Freedom 2019 is going to be the most epic live event you have ever attended. We have the most dynamic real estate influencers, doers, guys are actually doing deals. Guys that aren't out of the business, that aren't doing deals. Guys that are actually in the trenches doing deals right now, sharing their most golden nuggets that has allowed them to achieve amazing success. Now, one of the most dynamic speakers that I know is Dean Graziosi. The guy is absolutely phenomenal. He's been blowing up after he launched his new book. Literally a serial entrepreneur. Is amazing. He'll be speaking there. Max Maxwell, crushing it right now. Literally one of the best real estate influencers in the marketplace today, actually going out there doing the business, sharing high-level knowledge, is going to be there. You don't want to miss it. Scott Oots out of Southern California, absolutely crushing it, dropping tons of content. He was actually a personal one-on-one coaching student that now has blown up in the industry and is doing phenomenal things. Carlos Reyes out of Phoenix, Arizona. I went to his operation about 2 weeks ago and just held his own all-in event with his team, and literally their team is on fire. They're gonna break down how they are doing close to $1 million a month in revenue when it comes to real estate wholesaling. It's something you do not want to miss. And we've got Alex Youngblood, actually he is owner of the largest real estate wholesaling group out there on Facebook. He's going to talk specifically how he is going out doing deals right now in the marketplace and killing it. He's doing phenomenal. We also have Corey Peterson. Corey Peterson is, when it comes to, he's a wholesaler that knows wholesaling inside and out, that is transferred from wholesaling into apartment syndication. He's going to talk specifically how you can not only be a wholesaler, but also to get into apartment syndication, which is the holy grail of the business, is taking your excess cash and plowing it into apartments that will produce cash flow. I mean, I think he has to the tune of over 1,000 units under management, pulling in hundreds of thousands of dollars a year in passive cash flow without having to do anything, right? He has a management team that manages all that. And we've got a ton of more speakers that are going to be at the event that's going to share their knowledge. My team is going to be there. I'm going to have my sales guys there, my dispo guys there, lead managers there. They're going to explain their process and what we do. It is one of the most content-driven, basically event that you can ever go to. There's no pitching from the stage. No one's going to be pitching any products or anything like that. It is solely all about you gaining as much information as possible in a compressed period of time to go out there and get the highest level result with a specific plan. And it's broken down into what we call the 4 phases of freedom. Now, the 4 phases of freedom is initially getting started, your first check. What specifically do you do? An action plan, the process that you focus on, right? What do you do every day, day by day, on a day-by-day basis to go out and get your first check? What are the key performance indicators you can track, right? And we reverse engineer your first check down to a daily action, right? No one does this at a live event. So literally you will know on a day-by-day basis specifically what you have to do that will result in a check. Now that's carried forward into phase 2, right? Because once you understand a daily action and you reverse engineer your check down to a specific result, then you can take that and you can scale that, right? Because now you know your numbers. Now you can scale it to the next level. So what's going to happen next is phase 2, which is getting 1 year's worth of income in the bank, right? It's, you make $50,000 a year, $60,000 a year. The goal is to get $60,000 a year in the bank as fast as humanly possible, doing this systematic process, right? Working around your job, working between your lunch break and in the morning and afternoon. If you have the specific process, now your time that you are committing is the highest productive time. Instead of not knowing what to do, it bridges that gap to knowing specifically what to do, which is going to create the highest result for you. That's phase. Now what that does, it gives you the option to quit your job. Now, here's why we talk about that, because if you're going out there and you are generating 1 year's worth of income, well, guess what's going to happen? You're going to have all your buyers lined up. You're going to have your sell. You're going to understand the process. And then when you transition from a job to a full-time real estate investor, that transition will happen very easily. And now your productivity, because now you're going to spend more time in your business, is going to 10x, right? So now what we do is we talk about that transition, becoming an entrepreneur, and then 10xing that action, right? Now, as an entrepreneur, what do we have to do, right? How do we manage our money, right? What type of accounts do we use, right? How to pay yourself first, we call profit first, right? How to structure your business in the correct way. How to put together a P&L. How do you read a P&L, right? Those are all important things when it comes to being a business owner, to going out and taking your hobby, just playing around, and turning it into a viable business that is predictable and consistent, that creates income all day, every day. Now, what happens is at that point, you're still a one-man show. You're still doing everything yourself. You're still answering the phone. You're still going on appointments. You're still meeting sellers. You're still talking to buyers. You're doing everything yourself. Now what we want to do is turn that into a business where if you leave, you still get paid. If you go on vacation for a week or a month, you still come back and revenue has increased because you have the leverage of other people that are working in your business that's generating income. So like right now I'm doing this video. I've got leads coming in. I got the phone being answered. I got calls being booked. I got appointments being booked. I got acquisition guys going on appointments. I got offers being made. I got deals being sold. And I got wires being wired in as I'm talking to you right now. That's called leverage. That's called having a system where you can walk away for a month, 2 months, 3 months, and you still have revenue coming in. That's a business, right? And if you don't have that, well, you got to know what to do to get that, right? So that's phase 4. Phase 4 is a systematic process of hiring. Who do you hire first? What do you pay them? What's the payroll? How do you set up the payroll? How do you do all that? Do you do 1099? Do you do W-2? Share all that. And what that process is of going out and hiring the first person, second person, third person, fourth person, building that systematic process, right? And that's actually phase 3, my fault. Building that systematic process and being able to scale it and being able to do that. Now, my fault. It's phase 4, because phase 4 is building the business and then going out there and building cash flow. Then it ties in what Corey's talking about is the cash flow process of reinvesting your cash, excess cash, into cash flow properties through real estate syndication. So that is the entire plan. That's what we're going to cover at Extreme Freedom. You're going to walk in a novice and you're going to leave an expert, right? You're going to walk in maybe a one-man show, maybe doing everything yourself, right? And you're going to walk out knowing specifically what to do to build it to the next level. You're going to walk in with not understanding cash flow, and then you're going to walk out understanding exactly what you have to do to go out and build a cash flow business. So go to Extreme Freedom Live. We're releasing ticket sales on Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thursday at 5 p.m. It's extremefreedomlive.com, extremefreedomlive.com. Link is in the bio if you want to check it out. But you can go there. Tickets are not available until 5 p.m. And the seating is just like a movie theater, just like a concert. It will be assigned seating. And the person that buys first, obviously, is going to be able to have their select seating closest to the stage and part of all the festivities moving forward. So go to Extreme Freedom Live right now, secure your seat before all the good seats are taken, and definitely do not procrastinate, because one successful trait I can tell you that you will learn at Extreme Freedom is successful people do not procrastinate. They see something, they hear something, it resonates with them, something turns in their gut, and they take action immediately right now. And the action that you need to take is go to Extreme Freedom Live, and guess what? Be prepared to secure your ticket on Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time when the release opens. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be game-changing, and it's going to be one of the best real estate, most dynamic events. We have more speakers that are going to be coming. It's going to be amazing. So I can't wait to see you there and get to meet you. God bless.